Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package for today. I'm your presenter, Alian Christopher. In today's headlines, the UK government has reaffirmed its commitment to support Dominica to build back better following the destruction caused by Hurricane Maria. And winners of Carnival Parade recognized at a closing ceremony held by the Festivals Committee. And head of the National Rifle Association backs President Donald Trump calls to arm teachers trained to carry concealed guns. Stay tuned for these and other stories right after this break.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You will expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs. When persons with TB sneeze or cough, healthy persons nearby breathe in the droplets and the bacteria can lodge in their lungs. People with weakened immune systems such as HIV/AIDS, alcohol and drug users, smokers, children, and the elderly are most susceptible. Persons with a cough should take precautions when in contact with persons in public places. Cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. Visit your doctor or health center. You must complete your treatment. TB can be cured even with HIV. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB and HIV. Protect yourself and others.
There are signs everywhere. Pay attention whether you're male or female. Visit your health center to get screened. It's a preliminary test to determine if you are exposed to the HIV virus, an STI, or tuberculosis. Some people who are HIV positive also have tuberculosis. But there's hope. Tuberculosis can be cured. And yes, you can live a full life with HIV. Talk to your doctor. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB, HIV. Encourage everyone to get tested.
And welcome back. The UK government has reaffirmed its commitment to support Dominica to build back better following the destruction caused by Hurricane Maria. British High Commissioner to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Janet Douglas, recently visited areas around Pishley and Geneva, which will benefit from planned UK-funded improvements to water systems and roads. She also reiterated UK's support to help Dominica realize its vision of becoming the first climate-resilient country in the world. The UK is providing a total of £50.7 million in grant funding to Dominica for priority infrastructure projects. This includes a newly agreed £25 million grant to transform the badly damaged water sector across the island after Hurricane Maria left 97% of the population without clean water. This new project, implemented by the Caribbean Development Bank through the existing UK Caribbean Infrastructure Fund, will redesign and reconstruct Dominica's water supply, building back better infrastructure which is more resilient to future extreme weather events. The UK is also providing a £25.7 million grant to rehabilitate the Lupier-Bagatelle Road, the primary link between Roseau and many southern communities, which was further damaged during Hurricane Maria. The UK is working closely with the government of Dominica and the Caribbean Development Bank to progress work for both projects, which will also take account of environmental, gender and other social issues, including the needs of disabled people. And architect Gerard Perchet, who visited Dominica recently, hosted a consultation on Dominica's housing solutions. According to Perchet, He has been working in the Caribbean for some years since 2016. Perche says since that time he has been constructing low-income houses in Grenada and is hoping to introduce this new system to Dominica.
Grenada to build 2,500 houses for low-income houses. We were inundated with the project. We completed the project, but then a lot of people said to us, "Jerry, I love the house, I love the price, but I have my own land. Can you build your house on our land?" Which is what we did. So we spent the last, since, as I say, 2013, we've been here building houses. But we realized that we were restricted because of the terrain, which is quite steep. We had to devise a system where it was easy access and very affordable.
Perche revealed that the government is interested in the system since it seeks to offer a solution to Dominica's housing situation. The architect admits that this system reduces specialized skilled labor, allowing the semi-skilled worker to construct the house.
We've eliminated high-end skills. So basically, a semi-skilled person can put together this house in less than a 90-meter square house. 14 days is complete. That's the system that makes it affordable for the end user and affordable to put together. And that's where we are at this moment. We're introducing it to, we went to your physical planning here. We spoke today to a lot of contractors and last night, and they've all actually said the same thing. When is it available?
He went on to say that the availability of the material allows the construction to take place within 14 days. And Calypsonian Hexie, who is the coordinator of the Calypso Association, says that he feels cheated out of a title that he believes he deserves. Hexie, who was one of the finalists in the Calypso finals with his song Saki Sao Se Sao, says that while he may not have won the show, he has won the road match title. Hexie laments that as a member of the executive, he is well aware of the results. He explained that the executive only had to announce to the media, but for some reason they chose to declare a tie.
So he's feeling the way the question was framed, joined with Logos. No, joining with Logos not a problem. Logos is a brilliant person, lovely man. But it's the fact that it was a joint, as a tie, when we had already decided we were not having any ties. And also, to take it further, had won handsomely. So there was nothing about it being a tie because I'd already won the road match. We knew that since the night of the Tuesday night of Carnival, the second day of Carnival, we knew that Hexie with Saki Sao Se Sao had won. So
Hexie revealed that he had chosen to stay out of it considering that he is a member of the executive. However, he stated that he is becoming somewhat annoyed, especially since Calypsonians and Calypso lovers ask that there be no ties.
Because some elements in the Calypso Association didn't think it appropriate that Hexie should be road match king. And they actually tried not to make me road match king. I'm not joking, it's a serious thing. They tried to give it to Logos alone.
Who made the announcement?
Observer made the announcement. That is Davidson Victor. He's the PRO of the Dominica Calypso Association.
Emmanuel Hexie Salamat says that he hopes that the Calypso Association avoids such controversies going forward. And we'll be right back with more news after this break.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You'll expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs.
And welcome back. Cada Calypso singer and Dominica's own Lady of Song, Ophelia Olivache Marie, who was scheduled to perform at the Normandy Hotel in Trinidad and Tobago this month, says that the show has been cancelled. Marie says that she was a bit disappointed, but not in comparison to those fans who were eagerly awaiting her performance.
Fortunately, or should I say fortunately, you know, when your life is controlled by somebody, a higher power, then you have to take it as it comes. Well, what happened is that the festival did not happen. And that is because Mr. Chinley, who is the organizer, the main organizer, took in with a heart problem, and he had to be flown out to Boston. So there was a sadness in the place, and he didn't want for the activity to take place with him being absent. So we had to accept that it wasn't taking place. And I know Trinidad missed it, and I missed it too. I also know that the people who are accustomed of going to that particular activity, Normandy under the trees, really missed that activity. It is something that is put up for senior, or if you like, more mature audiences, and it's an all-inclusive that takes in not just the entertainment but also food and drink and a very nice ambience under the trees. The fact that that did not happen this year, I think, caused Trinidad's carnival to be less rich.
She further stated that the Normandy event was organized to attract a mature audience. Ophelia believes that the absence of this festivity was a blow for Trinidad's carnival. And the Dominica Fire and Ambulance Service Department is reporting that it responded to 52 vehicular accidents for the year 2017. The department has already reported that it responded to 21 vehicle fires in 2017. Substation officer of the Dominica Fire and Ambulance Service Department, Wayne Litter, stated that he hopes for a decrease in vehicular accidents for the coming years.
As relates to accident calls, we had 52 accident calls for the year 2017. So it talks of the volume, well, it talks also of the volume of traffic that we have on our roadways, and we would like to see that amount reduced. Actually not increased as the years go by, but we would like to see it reduced in terms of the amount of motor vehicle accidents that happen on our roadways.
There were no confirmation as to the number of fatal accidents recorded for 2017. And also in the news, the Dominica Festivals Commission hosted its award ceremony for 2018 Mass Dominic to recognize the winners for the Carnival Parade. The winners of the different categories were only awarded trophies and plaques, as cash prizes were not available.
Well, once again, congratulations to all the winners. It's just unfortunate this year we could only give trophies. I know everyone was looking for cash, but you all know what happened, so we just didn't have any cash to give. But let's hope next year we will be able to do that.
So that will be a try.
The award for the most creative Juve group went to True Pool, while the Police Lapo Cabwit picked up the award for the largest Lapo Cabwit band. The longest Lapo Cabwit went to the Newton Lapo Cabwit, while the largest Juve group went to Lumination by Signal Band.
Most creative individual goes to Dorian Carbon, and he portrayed Going in the Shower. Individual female goes to Yvette Barnes with Maria Tapolin. Creative traditional group goes to Bacchanal Women. And we want to congratulate them for that. First time coming out, Bacchanal Women. T-shirt band on the road goes to Cluebird. No. And the most creative costume band on Tuesday, the award goes to the Thunderbirds band.
The most creative school band went to the CBN4 Primary School, while the Castlebrook Secondary School picked up the award for Secondary School Certificate of Participation. The children band participation certificate was awarded to the Lucia Landa Dance Group and also the Pioneer Preparatory School. The awards were sponsored by Easy Baril and Alliance Forces de la Dominique. And as checks continue to be disbursed amongst the farmers and fishers in Dominica, individuals continue to complain that they have not received any monies and doubt that their names have been made on the list of beneficiaries. Long lines continue to form outside of the aid bank as farmers and fishers push eagerly to find out if they will receive monies from the grant assistance. Marissa Stedman has more.
Here at the aid bank, more farmers and fishermen appear wanting to know if they are considered beneficiaries of the small grant assistance program that was initiated for farmers and fishermen adversely affected by Hurricane Maria. In an earlier clip, we showed you outside the government headquarters that there were hundreds of people standing outside to find out why their names were not included on the list of recipients. For those persons who are at the aid bank here today, a number of them say that they are simply here because when they filled out their form, there were spelling errors with regards to their names, and today they're here to pick up checks, while others are still seeking to become one of the recipients of the small grant assistance program. There are many farmers and fishermen at this said location, and CBN4 is attempting to speak to a few of them to find out how is the process and how do they feel about the monies that has been given to those farmers to assist in their endeavors.
I mean, I make free trips already, go and see if I get a little change from the thing. See right now, see the kind of area, you think I can never get inside there today?
Let me ask you, sir, did you fill out a form?
I filled out about 3 or 4 forms already with the people already.
Was your name spelled incorrectly on any of these forms?
Luke James, I filled it and nothing like incorrect, and I haven't seen nothing as yet. I didn't receive nothing yet. I can't understand what's going on.
Well, we understand that persons are asked to come here, those whose names were spelled incorrectly, to receive their checks.
Okay.
So, are you one of those persons?
Well, as far as I know, they said that, well, the people that didn't receive the money the first time, the second time, then they could calm down. I mean, you know, so that's why I calm down and look, I get a different vibe. I lose my day work and seeing that. I mean, for $20, like a $50 I can spend, where I don't have my pocket to go back up and what I can eat.
Sir, I do want to know, are you a large-scale farmer, small-scale farmer?
Yeah, well, I do farm on a large scale because I sell jelly, I have estate, my land, everything. And right now all my crops down. I mean, I do a living and I buy a bus through my farm and I sell in produce with my boss for the people on like vendors, market, for the public, you know. And right now I just hold up in an area. I have my family, I have how many people at my home that can't make a move for themselves. My mother-in-law lied on her back for many years. My brother-in-law is back for many years. My children go to school, and look at I stand. And people that don't have nothing, they join X amount of money, and we are the backbone people, we have nothing. So what are we gonna do? What are we supposed to do next? What are we supposed to do next? For real, what are we gonna do? What are we supposed to do?
Well, thank you for speaking to CBN4, sir, and I hope that you get through.
Well, thank you very much.
The gentleman behind you, you said that you wanted to say something to us. Can I know, what is your occupation?
My occupation is farming full-time, and that's my livelihood.
And where do you farm?
I'm from Jubal, and I have 8 acres of land well cultivated with oranges, avocados, tangerine, cocoa, 3 different plots.
Why were you not included on the first list of beneficiaries?
Well, the first form I filled with the field officer, and then I filled with the pie rep, and every time they show up for money, nothing. Every time I come in, nothing. That's my 4th trip coming to Roseau.
So do you think that today you will be successful?
Well, you have to live in hopes, never give up, and always fight till the last. So myself, I don't give up. I dare till the last today.
And do you have any idea if there was any error on any of the forms that you filled out?
I'm in a doubt because right now the field officer is supposed to do the work and organize that in a proper way so that the farmers could get their money when necessary and without problem free.
Well, I really do hope that you get through today. Thank you for speaking to CBN4.
I wish because also I come down here for $10 in my pocket. I pay $6 for bus and I have $4 to go home, and I don't know how I go home without a cash. I have to borrow money from somebody or bomb a bus or hitchhike. It's a life, man. It's a struggle, man. And everything is gone. My house is gone. My transport is gone. My farm is gone. And I'm just alone. Right now I got to fuck up food, blood clot, cutting wood. And it's a stress, and I need some money.
Now, gentlemen, I do want to ask, yes, we are aware that this process, it's tiring, it can get really irritating, but how do you feel about the initiative made by this government to assist farmers and fishermen post-marine?
The labs, in the first instance, the lab, they should organize that in all districts supposed to get the money. Everybody, like Dominica have 10 parishes, and they're supposed to divide that 10 parishes, that everybody go to a parish to pick up the money with problem-free.
And how do you feel?
Well, yes, I would say, well, the field officers, they make the first blunt, the first lapse from the field officer, because they know, as I can see, a lot of people that don't have no banana tree, nothing at all, they receive X amount of money and even putting it on their chest, wind blowing it, they drinking alcohol, and the farmers, the backbone self that I stress now to maintain my family, to send to school, everything. I don't earn a government job, I don't have a government job, I never work for government, but for the farm, I maintain about. My family is about 14 plates every day, and my mother-in-law, everybody on me. And right now, it's like something gonna happen sometime because it's going off, because all the people are doing nothing, they're enjoying it. And who are doing all the hard work, nothing for them as yet. So asking Scary, whoever is the Prime Minister, put the field officers online, because they are the one that causing the problem right now. As I can see, because if the money is there, the farmer that really doing in the farm and really taking care of his family from the farm, he should get paid already. Not the one on the street drinking alcohol every day, having money, the money on his stomach, wind blowing it, people taking it, and he can't buy a drink next day the money. That's very bad. That causing a problem inside of here right now.
Boy, don't fit me no more. You read last week, last month before. Best you leave, your name is not saying. Hold on. If you registered. You register after Maria, then after Maria, and the deadline was December 15th for city, and you register between that time, you can stay. But anybody late registration, there's no check for you. Hold on. Don't pay it yet. I'm making it clear. There's no new list.
The farmers are even more disgruntled than before, because in just a few minutes ago, who made claims recently, we're talking about in a matter of a week or 2 weeks ago, that they should leave. There are no checks. She mentioned that there will be no checks given to farmers who have just put in their claims, just completed the forms. She's asking that those farmers who made their claims after Hurricane Maria, that they remain here to find out if they are considered one of the recipients of the small grant program. So the farmers are raging right now. A number of them came here today wanting to find out if they could fill in a form, if they could put in their complaints, but they are being asked to leave. Only those farmers who put in their claims after the passage of Hurricane Maria will be considered here today at the Aid Bank. Here beside me is a local fisherman from the community of Maho, known as General.
Full-time fisherman.
Yes, tell me.
I make sure I'm a full-time fisherman. From the time I know myself, I fish in. I never work any year in government. It's only fishing I doing. I lose my boat, my machine, my net, everything I lose. Now I see they giving all different people money that the government send for us. And I come in there for 3 weeks. I can get nothing, and I register, I put my name down for what I lose. I accept all my thing going. And I don't get nothing up to now. And they have to send me back all the time, come back all the time. I don't like that. If I make sure I register between December, I will get my money this month there. So I said, well, it don't make any sense for me to stay there. So
because what happened is I went to the ministry. First of all, I spoke to Defoe at Fisheries. So he took down my name and everything. He bring it up to ministry. So I went to ministry, I speak to Candy. She called the other guy who was sitting next and asked him if my registration thing is there. He went on the computer, he found it, he told me yes. So it's a 18-foot boat and a 25 Yamaha. right? But since last time I come in and I still can't get nothing. They did not give me the full uniform. I asked why they give me the full uniform, a green form. They said that my name is on the computer, so I don't need the full form.
I have a Haitian nationality here beside me. He's from Haiti, farming in Dominica, and he would like to tell CBN4 how he feels about this initiative here today. How do you feel, sir?
Ouais, so ça m'a vle di, nous c'est fama. Gon lo haïtien là qui pas taper chèque. Nous registre depuis après Maria, nous pas jamais taper chèque. Chaque fois nous venons là, yo dit nous pas enregistrer. So nous on lo ka travail kaou. Tout Dominicain connaissent yon lo haïtien ka travail en garden. Yo dit yo bay yon l'argent, c'est pour fama. Majorité Haitian qui ka travail. Pas taper l'argent là.
Many of the gentlemen that you see standing behind me, they're Haitian nationals who has been farming in Dominica. Some say they has been farming for over 5 years, and they feel somewhat cheated out of the grant assistance program that has been given to farmers and fishermen. Many of them complain that they are simply being overlooked. Now, they were speaking in Haitian Creole, but I can tell you this, Haitians do contribute very much to Dominica's farming industry. If you notice on the market, there are a number of vendors who are Haitian nationalities, and they feel that somehow some provision should be made in order to assist them post-Maria. Marisa Stedman reporting for CBN4 News.
And that takes us to the end of today's Primetime News package. On behalf of the entire CBN4 staff, I am Alian Christopher saying thank you for watching, and do join us again.